Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back. How are you? I hope that you're having a great week. Have you heard about the money? Have you been following the money? Have you heard about the letter from yesterday? Well, guess what? White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, and Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, wrote a letter. They literally had to write a letter to Congress urging them to use the unspent money from the original CARES Act. People, do you know how much money it is? $100 billion. Like, billion with a B. $100 billion is sitting around in whatever bank or holding, place that they hold the government money. While American people suffer. While you, me, my family, your family suffers. Well, if you're new to my channel, my name is Rolle-Alesnik. Welcome back. And if this is your first time, I ask that on this channel, first of all, you might want to know what we're about. But on this channel, we talk about personal finances, how to make extra money, how to create and develop multiple streams of income, and how to increase your wealth. Right? Because remember, you're never too old or too young to live life and navigate your life like a boss. So let's talk about what's going on in the country right now. Everybody knows it's close to the election. But more than that, everybody knows the world has been devastated with this thing called coronavirus. Yes? And the American public is in need of financial help. People, what is going on? Okay, I talk a lot about common sense approach to life situations. Certainly when I teach about money, I talk about common sense approach to money. I'm not a financial wizard or some financial guru. I have just built my wealth and what I have by using common sense practices and common sense approach. So where is the common sense going on in Washington? Where's the common sense on either side? If you have $100 billion sitting around somewhere that's left over and people are hurting, why do leaders have to write a letter, number one, to urge you to use the money? To me, it just makes common sense to get the money to the people so that people can use it, to stimulate the economy. That just makes, for example, let me think of a big meal. Let's say we're going to Thanksgiving dinner and there's a lot of everything, right? Let's just say there's a lot of everything, a lot of turkey all the way down to the rolls and everything in between. Now you got a whole heap of bunch of people who showed up and it wasn't planned and you might have said, oh gosh, I don't know if I have enough food. Okay, granted, you don't know if you have enough food. But halfway through your meal, everybody has gotten everybody who needed to eat ate. At least one full plate, right? One full plate. And if you're going to say, here, I got my little prop here. So if everybody got a full plate, they got their turkey, the greens, the dressings, the rolls, the salad, and all the stuff that comes with Thanksgiving. Now you have all this left over on the table. Okay. I know everybody already got money, yes. But some people are still hungry. Come on, common sense to me is like everybody can get seconds if there's money. It's there. It's there. The money is not being reprinted. The president doesn't have to, of course he doesn't have the authority to reprint money, but he can allocate money that's already been agreed upon from Congress. And this is what this money is. $100 million was agreed upon together. Democrats, Republicans, they agreed. Give this money to the American people. Well, you know what? April, I would say by June, most of the money was allotted, right? Everybody who needed to get their money got their money. And all this money is left over. And we're fighting about a $1,200 per person stimulus check. And nobody's moving. What is going on, Democrats? What is going on, Republicans? I don't know. Is it all about winning an election, or is it truly about helping the American people? So maybe I'm being very vocal right now. Maybe I'm being very passionate, but I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on in the Senate. I don't understand what's going on in the House of Representatives. I just know in the middle, and the people that put you there, they're hurting. Senators, House of Representatives, the people that you work for, they're hurting. many dying, and you're squabbling about $1,200 per person. Yes, granted, it's a lot of money, but the people need the money. In fact, it's not even new money. It's money that you said the American people can have. So I don't understand all that. I don't understand, what's going on. And one thing I was trying to research, because I kind of opened up the can of worms the last 2 days, and I watched mainstream media. I watched the news on both sides. I don't do that because I try to keep my mind pure, and I want to love my Republican, Democrat, independent friends. After this election, I want to just be sane and love my friends who sometimes are just, toxic. People get toxic during the election. So I've really pulled myself away from mainstream media and just watch the elective independent party or unbiased people. So I actually, I just found myself watching it, and I'm getting upset. I had to turn it off. But one thing I did hear in the last, and I missed this 2 days ago, that the Republicans themselves said that there's actually $4 billion sitting around from the original CARES Act. I think I don't want to misquote, because I don't want to represent parties on either side. That's not my place. And it's just not fair. I'm just here to share unbiased reports on what I hear and what I read and what I know. And this I know for sure. 100 billion with a B dollars is sitting around while people are hurting. So what they're alluding to, the Republicans, is that they're $4 billion. And you know what? I kind of sort of thought I heard Vice President Mike Pence said this back in July. So correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I remember Pence saying that why the state's complaining, blah, 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 because there's money in the banks for the state. So I don't know if that's a part of the $4 billion or from the PPP money that's just sitting around. I don't know if I follow the money. I don't know about you. I really like making money. I really believe in multiple streams of income, but I truly follow the money. You got to follow the economy. You got to know what's going on in your city, in your states, and in the country. Just saying. So I know Mike Pence had alluded to it. And then just a couple of days ago, this came out on the news, and you kind of sort of have to read the stuff. It doesn't always get to the front of the regular media, right? But, so I don't know where this money is. I don't know if it's from PPP money, but I know there's a lot of businesses that were given PPP money in the initial allotment, but these businesses, they can't use the money. And the reason they can't is because the strict guidelines in their particular state, they're closed down. Some of them are still closed. And there's literally billions of dollars sitting in the bank accounts of these businesses that they can't spend. And it's allotted for the employees. They can't bring the employees back to work because the governor of their state still have their states shut down. So I don't know if this is the $4 billion they're talking about. I don't know. If you know, let me know. I try to do some research, but after a while, it just gets so discombobulated and I get tired of reading. But I'm interested in finding out if this is true, because I haven't even heard the Democrat dispute this. And normally if the Republican says something, the Democrat is like, just push them down. And if the Democrat says something and it follows the Republican, you got this stuff going on. Like, I don't understand. I just thought people vote politicians in to help the local American people. That was my thought. That when I learned about voting in government, I thought it's like, you got in office to help the American people. Just saying. But anyways, who knows? So common sense. If I can get to Washington, I would just look at both parties and say, hey, everybody's not rich people. $1,200 can go a long way for a lot of people catching up on bills. Just common sense is common sense. So that's all I know about the money. I would love to hear more. I know that Nancy Pelosi, as far as the stimulus package, Nancy Pelosi is standing strong on her $2.3 trillion. And just, I'm going to say 2 days ago, President Trump signed off, and he gave the okay to go up to $1.8 trillion. Nancy's like, I'm not having it. I don't get it, because I know that President Obama's stimulus package was way less, and that helped people. I can't remember that far back. But anyways, I'm thinking about all this money. People are hurting. And even when President Donald Trump signed his executive order back in July, because the fighting was going on, and I guess he felt he had to do something. So he had pulled just, what's the figure, $40 billion from FEMA, so that Americans can have several additional weeks of unemployment. And that was like water to so many families, like water in a dry and thirsty, barren land. Some of you Bible people probably know what I'm talking about, but that was just water. And that money is running out pretty soon. So they're waiting for this stimulus package to be approved. But we're not talking about the stimulus package today. We're talking about this $100 billion that's sitting around, that's approved by both parties, by these intelligent people, supposedly. Like, can we quickly, why does Mnuchin and Meadows have to beg you and urge you? Can you just like say yes, send the order to President Donald Trump, sign the money, so that the American people can at least have some relief? And then also relieve the anger. People are so frustrated right now and angry right now. And it cannot be about, if you're a politician and you if this ever gets to you and you listen to my little video, I'm going to say this to you, have compassion, because people are hurting. And this can't be about winning an election over people hurting and dying. That's just my 2 cents. Don't come for me. I ain't nobody. But I do follow the money. So anyways, thank you all. I hope I didn't go on a rampage too much. Thank you all for listening to my video and joining me today. I want to remind you that you are amazing. You are loved. Don't forget to vote. Your vote really counts. In fact, you should follow the money and study a bit more about this before you vote. I wish you a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye now.